This is Season 6 of the Team Roping Journals podcast, The Score. With over 2 million downloads, this is where team ropers talk.
Welcome back to The Score. If you're all wondering why you're not hearing the lovely Chelsea Schaefer's voice, have no fear. She's just out on vacation and asked me to take the reins for the week. I'm sure some of you might recognize my voice, but for those of you who don't, I'm Taylor Vollen, the host of The Short Score. On today's episode of The Score, you're going to be hearing from the 2023 NFR Open champs, Nelson Wyatt and Tyler Worley. I caught up with them after the 4-man round in Colorado Springs over the weekend to talk about their runs, how they battled the mud, and everything in between. I hope y'all enjoy. This episode is brought to you by Cactus Ropes. Want to rope more like Nelson Wyatt? The first step? Buy a Cactus rope. Nelson's ropes of choice by Cactus are the medium soft Thrillas and the mini thrills. The team at Cactus are ranchers, ropers, rodeo contestants, and horse enthusiasts who take pride in blending traditional team rope making artistry with technical innovations to produce the industry's best equipment, so you're sure to be in good hands with Cactus Ropes. Head over to cactusropes.com to find the right rope for you. Start off by telling me about the runs this week from your perspective first, Nelson.
Started out just trying, catch the cows, make good runs, and then as it comes down to it tonight, our first one just had to catch the cow again, which I've already messed up one time this summer. I was high call at Greeley and just had to catch, miss, so I was thinking about that, and then I luckily, messing up there made me think about it better here and did a better job tonight.
What was kind of the game plan on the start here?
Steers are kind of slow. Just, they're not really going to try to outrun you. Just make sure you give them enough not to break the barrier and try to do the best you can do.
Tyler, what about from you? How the runs went this week for you?
They were really good. The steers were pretty soft. I mean, they went to Cody, and for the most part, that's kind of the slowest steers that I've ever seen there. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were all pretty good. They were all decent chances. Our first one was pretty strong, and we made a pretty decent run. The second one, we should have probably won the round, and I dropped my rope and just got in a bind. And luckily, we got by him. And then the first one tonight, we had to literally just catch. Mm-hmm. I think if we would have missed, we still might have got back. Mm-hmm. But I roped a leg, and I was happy to have it. We still won second. It was just, we snuck by that one. And then in the last one, I mean, we won money regardless. And when those guys went 4-9, they made a good run. And I felt like I needed to get down the arena a little farther because it was so muddy. It was like when your loop hit the ground, mm-hmm. It just stopped. So I thought if I could get farther down the arena, I'd have a better chance of catching him. But that kind of means I have to just throw right there. But if we were going to have a chance to win, I was going to have to anyways. Yeah. Because the guys behind us had the rope were great too. So that's kind of what we did. And I knew when we had money won for sure Nelson was going to go at him. So it wouldn't have made much sense for him to go at him and me not. Yeah. So that's kind of what we did, and it luckily worked out.
Tell me a little bit about how you bounced back from that leg in the 8-man.
For me, it's pretty hard because I'm pretty hard on myself. And
really?
It bothered me a little bit, but at the same time, I tried to just let it go. But I mean, I don't want to make an excuse, but I mean, the conditions are pretty hard. Mm-hmm. It's muddy. It was just, I tried not to think about it, not to let it get me down.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, but I tried to just not worry about it and mm-hmm. just do the best I could on the next one.
How does the mud kind of affect you guys? I know a lot of people don't really think of the team roping as being affected by it, but I'm sure it does.
It's same conditions for everybody. You still got to do your job. If it's wet, you can count half the people out anyway because they don't want to get muddy.
Yeah.
Just do your job. He might have been mad about the leg, but I was pretty thankful because when the steer run behind me, I was thinking he was going to keep swinging when he threw. I was trying to get him on the end of it, and I was glad to see that he caught. And then it felt like after we got by that one, it was like, mm-hmm. we're good now. It was just try to win first now.
Yeah. Tournament styles, how do we like those?
Great if you get to go last. Yeah. When you get to go first, it's not great because just like the semifinal round tonight, it fell apart, and then the 4-man came back Snow made a good run. Went and caught the steer on a stronger steer, and that would have probably, I think that would have won the 8-man.
Yep.
And then they ended up winning last, which they did. I mean, that steer was pretty strong. It was going to be hard to be fast on that one. They did exactly what they should have done, and it's just crazy how it works out. It's such an advantage going last. So
Gotcha.
I mean, if you go last, it's great. If you have to go first, it's not much fun.
I mean, how does that change the game plan, though, or does it at all when it's like this?
Try not to let it, honestly. You still got to score, ride, and rope. You still got to do your job. Going last and then going 4-9, like, we go behind them. Obviously, we got to be faster than 4-9 to win it. So, now I'm just going to try to get a better start where if they don't go 4-9, I'm going to take less of an aggressive start to make the last even catch.
Yeah.
But with them going 4-9 now, hey, hair down, I got to do my job.
Hair down, I like it.
If I had hair.
No hair.
If I had hair.
He'd love to let it down.
Let's talk horses. Who are you guys riding?
Been riding my grade colt, rode him all year. I think every dollar I have won this year officially is on him.
Yeah. There was no even second guessing that you were going to change tonight, huh?
No,
or this week?
I bought another horse that I've been riding a little bit, but it's big situation like this, he's getting it for sure.
Tyler?
I rode my horse that I call Bon Jovi. He's 14. I've had him since 2019. He's probably the best horse I've ever had. You know, feels like a pretty special horse, and I mean, he never lets me down. Sometimes he gets a little strong, but it's took me that long to figure out how to keep him backed off, and now he feels perfect every time. I've got another one with me, but he's 6 years old, so I wasn't going to take that chance here.
What does it kind of mean for both of y'all to win this? I know that's a no-brainer, obviously.
It's pretty special to me because last year we rodeoed together and it wasn't going good. And in August, I was kind of out of money. We pretty much didn't have a chance to make the finals. So I told him I thought that I was going to go home and circuit rodeo. I had the circuit rodeos mapped out. So if we can get the circuit finals made, it'll be a start for next year. And he said he was going to do the same thing, wanted to do it. So just to look back at that now, going home seemed like the worst thing ever. I mean, it's not what you want to do.
Yeah.
And then standing here now, it's like, maybe God had a plan for all of it.
You have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I was a lot in the same boat that Nelson was. He didn't know it at the time, but we found out that my wife was pregnant, and she was very sick. And she told me at the Spicer Grip, she said, "Hey, I need to go home." She was sick for 9 months. I mean, so she didn't take it very well. And she said, if you feel like you need to keep going, I want you to go. But and I can't go. And I said, hey, if you're not going, I'm not going. And I said, if you need to go home, I need to be home with you. And when me and Nelson I talked to Nelson on the way home from the Spicer Grip, and we was either going to head home or to Caldwell maybe. And I said, hey, where you at? And he's like, well, I'm at Walmart. And I said, good, you're still here. I said, what do you think about going home and trying to get to those circuit rodeos? And he's like, I've already got it mapped out. We can do it. And I said, man, I'm so glad you said that. Let's do that. That's got to be our move. And like he said, it was hard to do because I felt like I let myself down. I felt like I let Nelson down. I didn't rope good for him. And it just, I prayed about it, and it just felt like the right thing. It was bittersweet because it made me upset to give up like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, looking back now, like Nelson said, God had a plan, and this is what his plan was, and it worked out, and now we know why.
Right.
He's in control, and sometimes it's hard to see that.
Yeah. You both have family here with you too, don't you? It looked like it. How special does that make this too, getting to have them? Because I know that, I'm assuming, not that I've been on the road, but you guys don't get to see them a lot, I'm assuming, this time of year.
No, my parents flew in. Family flew in from Alabama, hang out and watch. They're going to go to Cheyenne tomorrow. Just missing my girlfriend, so she didn't get to fly in.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, my wife and our little boy, they're actually in the trailer. He's asleep.
Oh.
But my sister and her husband and her husband's mother and my niece, they all flew out here. They were on vacation, or they drove actually. They were on vacation for a few days, and they're hanging out. They got to be here and hang out with my little boy, and which my wife and our little boy, they've been with me all summer. And
Oh, cool.
so Nelson, he's got to do a little babysitting this week. He's been with me, and it's been awesome. You know, it puts things into perspective for sure. You know, it makes the big wins even better. And even if I miss, he has no idea. He's happy regardless. He's happy to see me, so that makes it pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're mad if the window's closed.
Yeah, we're mad if the window's closed.
If the window's closed. Yeah. How much did y'all end up taking home for this? Do you know?
I don't know an exact dollar. Maybe around $25,000.
So I mean, that has big implications. I would feel like, especially for you, Tyler.
Yeah. I think I had probably $35,000 coming into this week, and I roped with my partner. I roped with Jeff Flanagan at Sheridan, and we went 6 flat on our second one. Made a great run. It felt like, and they just beat us up all week. I think we might have won. We might have stuck in there for last hole. But this one, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, because I went from dang sure needing to make something happen to now I feel like we can do it now.
Yeah, the ball's rolling.
Which you never want to give up, but at the same time, it's like, you know, when you're a ways back, it's kind of hard because these guys rope so good. Everybody ropes good, and the setups are tough. I mean, the times are fast now. You got to go as fast as you can every time, it seems like, and it's just, it's hard to put together that much money in one place in the summer. I mean, I've never won that much money over the 4th of July.
Right.
So, I mean, it's huge for me.
Yeah. It still has implications for you, though. I mean, that can close the gap, can it?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Honestly, I'd be lying if I said I didn't look at the head and standings, but I try to bypass that and look at the heel and standings. You know, Chase Trine's my rodeo partner, and I really want to get him to the finals. So, you know, I feel good, but it doesn't. You know, it's not like I'm satisfied. Like I need to get wins for him, and I still need to do my job and get him there. So feels good, but I mean, it's not what I'm after. If that makes sense.
There's more to it. Yeah.